Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys in the stream. Happy Thursday night, everybody, as the NBA is back. The Boston Celtics, after 8 days of being away, are back tonight for the top team in the association. A record of 43-12 right now for the Celtics this season. For Boston, leading the league on a 6-game winning streak. If you guys are new in this stream, make sure to smash that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, everybody. The Celtics looking to keep on rolling tonight in this one on the road, taking on the Chicago Bulls. Chicago record of 26-29. 15-12 on their home floor. Boston 17-9 on the road, and they are out in a runaway right now. 4 games ahead of the T-Wolves for first in the NBA, and they are 6 games ahead of Cleveland for first place in the East. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you guys back in once again for tonight's stream. And man, the Celtics just on fire. 8 days ago, February 14th, they destroyed the Brooklyn Nets, 136-86, a 50-point victory. And the Celtics became the 3rd team in NBA history to record multiple 50-point wins this season. They beat the Pacers back in November by 50 points as well. And everything just clicking right now at the right time, and they get their full roster healthy tonight for Boston after the All-Star break. The 2 new acquisitions at the trade deadline, Xavier Tillman and also Jaden Springer, both available tonight for this matchup. So welcome in, guys. Daniel, Mario, Jeffrey, welcome to the stream. Big win yesterday for PC, man. Just great victory. Needed that. Xavier made it close at the end, but a huge block at the end there in the final seconds for Providence to prevail by 2 last night. And yeah, just got to keep all the winning so they can get into the tournament, because there's some of the teams that's out in front of them that keep on drifting back at the edge of the bracket. Mississippi, Ole Miss, one of those teams, lost against Mississippi State last night. And there's a couple others that's drifted back lately. Utah, Colorado, both of those teams play tonight, I believe. That's a massive game, because one of those teams are going to get bounced out from the brackets tonight, most likely. We already got games going on in the NBA tonight. I'll give you guys the scoreboard updates as we get through. But Cleveland is the closest team to Boston in the standings in the East. Milwaukee has drifted back to 3rd right now in the East with a 3-7 record under Doc Rivers. And right now the Cavs are trailing at home against the Magic, 54-46 to score, with just above 1 minute left to go before halftime. Pacers crushing the Pistons tonight, 62-39, and Knicks up by 20 over Philly without Embiid for a while to score 61-41. New York with a 20-point lead. The Celtics will travel to MSG and take on the Knicks on Saturday night in prime time. The Raptors leading the Nets 51-44. The Nets fired their head coach earlier in the week. Jacques Vaughn, not the head coach anymore, and they hired the assistant coach, Kevin Ollie, who is the former UConn head coach before he got removed from the program with a big scandal back in the early 2010s under Kevin Ollie. Now the new head coach filling in place of Jacques Vaughn now out in Brooklyn. Hey, what's good? Christian on the stream. Welcome in, man. Glad to have you stopping by. Crazy upsets that we keep on seeing this season. I know for college hoops, Kentucky losing its LSU last night. Saw the crazy end to that game. Kentucky made a shot to go ahead with like 3 seconds left, and LSU got the putback at the buzzer to win yesterday. Phoenix leading Dallas at the end of 133-32. Both of those teams, Luka and Booker, they got history against each other a couple of years ago in the playoffs. Celtics entering this matchup tonight, best offensive rating in the NBA, over 120 this season. Just Porzingis, when he's on the floor, he completely just changes everything. Yeah, I saw, baseball is back. I saw the update by ESPN that the Dodgers were up in the first inning 8-0 against the Padres. It's crazy. Spring training game, and good thing it doesn't count towards the standings. That's a rough way to begin the season. Yeah, they usually have like some of the college baseball teams play against like major league teams too. I believe for spring training, they used to do that when I used to watch the Red Sox spring training games. They used to take on like BC and Northeastern in the past. So I would imagine they're still doing that. Hey, what's good? Edith on the stream. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Celtics having the poll. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, I was kind of shocked. The line's only 8.5 for this game, that the Celtics are favored. I mean, they're coming in fully healthy. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown just came off the All-Star break. And Chicago, they do have 8 days of rest, but they are missing 4 players from the lineup tonight for the Bulls. So we're going to tip off in a little bit from now, slightly past 8 p.m. tip-off time for this matchup. Yeah, good question right there. Let's see what I would have for SEC. So Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn. South Carolina is drifting back, but they're going to make it in. Florida looks dangerous right now. They're like a dark horse team. Kentucky, Mississippi State. I'm going to say yes, that they'll make it in. So that's 7 right now. Ole Miss, I will say no for Ole Miss. I think they're out for Ole Miss. Texas A&M, they are borderline. They got to get back to winning games. Right now, I got 7 to make the tournament from the SEC. Mississippi State being in on either the 11 line or the playing game. Honestly, I think Providence might draw Mississippi State in the playing game. Providence might draw either Mississippi State, Colorado, or there was another team I was debating upon earlier today. Some like Mountain West team, possibly like a Boise State or so. One of those teams they'll probably get in the playing game, most likely. Maybe Texas A&M. Texas A&M's got work to do for them right now. They're at the back end of the conference at 6-7 in the SEC. So they get the same conference record as LSU and Ole Miss. And yeah, Ole Miss, I've got them as a no. Marquette and Baylor. Good question there. Oh boy. I'd probably take Marquette, honestly, for them. That would be a really good game. Both of those teams can score. Baylor, the concerning part about them is their defense. That's what I'm really concerned about, because I think defensive efficiency, I was looking at their defensive efficiency numbers. They're either in the high 70s or low 80s right now for defensive efficiency. They're one of the top offensive teams in the nation, one of the top three-point shooting teams as well, but just defensively, it's a massive question mark for Baylor once again this year. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so I always thought that they played like college teams like the first like game or so, like early on in the schedule. So, yeah, so it looks like the Red Sox take on Northeastern tomorrow. Hey, what's good, Vegas? Welcome back in the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. Carlos, welcome in. Um, Honestly, I haven't even tried sushi before, so that's that's something that I haven't even tried before, but definitely would want to try. I just never never went out and got sushi before. My family isn't big to sushi either, so we like never really like had sushi before. But there's a couple restaurants in the area though. Yeah, that was a big one. Really needed that one. Just going to keep on winning for PC, and game against Villanova. That's a big one there. That's going to be whoever wins that one goes to the tournament. Whoever loses that one probably will go into the NIT. That's how that game will shape out. They got a couple more quad one opportunities against UConn and Marquette to close out the season. So a couple more opportunities to build their resume. But here's my question mark is I'm looking at the brackets right now. Providence isn't even put in the bracket. 18-9. Like they're better than a 16-10 Utah team in my opinion, or a 17-9 Colorado team. Like those are two teams from the Pac-12. The Pac-12 has been a weaker conference, and yet Providence and Seton Hall are not in most brackets. Seton Hall has a 15-point win against UConn this season. Providence has a win over Creighton, which I think if we're looking at right now, February 22nd to March, right up to Selection Sunday, the win that's going to age well is PC's overtime win against Creighton. Creighton right now is playing lights out for them. They're a 4 seed. Honestly, wouldn't be shocked if they get a 3 or even potentially a 2 come tournament time. And they could do some serious damage for them because I don't think they're going to get a 4 come tournament time. Yeah, it's been insane. Tournament's going to be wild. There's some really good, like, 12 seeds or so for this year. Like, if you're on the 5 line, you're going to be really scared. Wisconsin right now, they've got 5 seed at the moment rated all over them. They might even be worse for a seed, but if they get like a 5 versus 12 matchup, I'd be shaking in my boots there for Wisconsin because they've been really struggling lately. So just waiting for this one to tip off. The Cavs taking on the Magic right now, which Cleveland's 6 games behind Boston in the East is the number 2 team in the East. And right now the Magic's leading 54-50. So the Celtics come out with a win tonight. The Cavs come out with a loss. Then the Celtics just keep on stretching the gap to the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Yeah, that's a great question right there. Oh, man. That's a rock fight. I'd have to go with Providence, honestly. Devin Carter's just put that team on his back this season, and they've been able to prove that they could win against gritty teams this season, like defensive-minded teams like Seton Hall. The second time they played against Seton Hall, they beat Seton Hall. Won against Creighton a couple weeks ago in overtime. Just they've got some good wins recently. Struggled once Bryce Hopkins went down, but they've really found their footing lately, and Devin Carter's been a big reason why. Just carried his team on his back. And then other guys stepping up as well lately. Mississippi State's like lacking quality wins for them. They're like hanging on by a thread right now. They also lost against Southern, which is out of the SWAC. Lost that game by 1. Hey, what's good, Uncle Pizzle? Welcome in the stream, man. Thanks for joining back in. Going to be tipping off this one shortly. Thanks all for waiting, being a part here. Celtics looking to keep it going, looking for win number 7 in a row tonight. On a roll lately, 6 straight games, coming off a 50-point victory against Brooklyn 8 days ago. Back-to-back wins over Brooklyn. That led the Nets to fire their head coach, Jacques Vaughn. And it would be interesting. I mean, if Brooklyn had taken one of those games, would Jacques Vaughn still be the head coach? It's crazy right now for Brooklyn. They're on their 3rd head coach in like 3 seasons. I remember when they had Steve Nash as a head coach. So this is the crazy part about it, is the Celtics swept the Nets in that playoff series, and then Steve Nash got fired the next season, like 8 games into the season. Jacques Vaughn took over, and they made the playoffs, and then he gets fired right at the All-Star break. And now they go with Kevin Ollie, an assistant upgraded to head coach, a former UConn head coach. Oh, man. Yeah, that would be tough, honestly, right there. I feel like, because those teams back in the 90s were just so physical. This Celtic squad, they got like a lot of good balance. A lot of just great in terms of their backcourt defense, what they have on the team. Holiday and White, absolute dogs. It's just what's gutting them this season is that they attempt too many threes. And when they've lost games, it's because they usually miss those threes or so. They've had some struggles with other teams that's like physical in the past. Like Golden State's had their number in the past because they always like try to get into like the Celtics' minds or so. They just got to keep on being mentally strong. That's the big key. They got so much talent in the world for the Celtics squad that only thing that's going to be preventing them from getting the championship this year is if they just can't stay focused and lose their cool against a team that's like stronger and more physical against them. So here we go, about to tip off in just a moment. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. The Celtics go in the same uniforms I'm wearing tonight. Black jerseys, green numbers, green letters, white outline. And then the Bulls go in their home of white jerseys, red numbers, red letters. For this matchup as we are underway. Boston controls the opening tip. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, Jason Tatum, Jrue Holiday, the starting 5 for the Celtics. White receives the pass, takes the 3, around and out, no good. A rebound controlled by Vucevic. First possession now for Chicago. Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic, the starting 5 for Chicago. The Bulls turn it over their first possession. Outside to the corner off to White. Into the hands to Holiday now, top of the key, flings it off to Porzingis, pops up, shoots the 3, missed off the mark, no good by KP, and the rebound controlled here for Chicago. So 0 for 2 from the perimeter to start off, missed 3s by White and Porzingis, miss a layup there, down the hill to the rim, no good by Kobe White. Up the floor, Tatum, outside finds Holiday, Tatum, at the wing, guarded by Vucevic, Tatum. Crossover at the left wing, step back 3 in the air over Vucevic, no good, skipped around the rim and out. That's exactly what I was talking about right before we tipped off this game, which Joe Mazzulla ball. You got to get to the paint and attack if you're the Celtics right now. First 3 possessions, 0 for 3 from the perimeter. Haven't found their stroke from 3. And what are you doing attempting low percentage shots when you haven't played basketball like an actual game in 8 days? And Vucevic takes the jumper, makes it. So 2-zip Chicago. See, you want to be going inside right now if you're the Celtics because they've started off attempting 3 low percentage shots from 3, missed them all. And it's been 8 days since they haven't played any actual game action here. Tatum out to the corner, fires the pass. Holiday, there's a 3, sinks it. Nice touch right there by Jrue. He's been low-key excellent from the perimeter lately. Ron, welcome in. Charlize, glad to have you back in the stream. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight. Caruso at the wing, hands it off to Dosunmu. Dosunmu bounce past Vucevic, drops down the pass, deflected, and intercepted here, far side of the floor by Brown. Brown up the court will slow it down for Boston. Brown dribbles back out right corner, crossover, baseline dribble on Vucevic, goes back door, scores the layup. That was sweet right there. Move to the cup, stayed and bounces well for 2 for Jaylen Brown. 2 minutes plus of action so far. DeRozan moves it out on top. Vucevic pops up, takes the three, bricked off the back rim, rebound secured by Holiday for the Celtics. Holiday, top of the free throw circle. Moves it off to Tatum now. Tatum at the top of the key, guarded by Caruso. Lob down low, finds Holiday. Double teamed inside. Holiday, hook shot off the back rim, no good. Vucevic collects the defensive board. Greg, welcome back on. Thanks for joining in, man. 5-2 Celtics so far. Jumper, low block, DeRozan bricked off the back rim. Great defense so far by Boston, contesting everything as Tatum came up with a rebound. It was Derek White who forced a miss by DeRozan. Brown slices defenders, kick out corner, out to the wing. Porzingis launches a three, he sinks it. KP on the board with a triple, 8-2 for Boston. First 3+ minutes of action, 3 for 7 from the floor for the Celtics, limiting Chicago to 1 for 4 shooting. 2 turnovers as well for the Bulls so far. Vucevic drives inside the paint of Porzingis, moves it out to the top. Here's a three, laced up, and it's good. As Ayo Dosunmu sinks down the three ball, puts the score winning 3. We keep on going. No clock stoppages so far in this game. Tatum bounce past Brown, floats it up over the top. Holy smokes. Porzingis throws it down right over DeRozan with an alley-oop jam. 10-5 for Boston. Excellent assists right there. KP able to step up off the roll down and smash it through. Tatum collects the rebound. Up the floor finds White. Bounce pass over to the wing. United Center logo off the Brown. Brown lobs it cross court off the Tatum. Elevates for the J. Takes it. And he makes it from downtown, baby. Bang, bang for Jason Tatum. Celtics in a row, leading by 8. 8 minutes left to go in the first now. Chicago with the ball. DeRozan accelerates downhill. Lost it, turned it over. That's the 4th turnover so far this game by Chicago in the first 4 minutes of action. Tatum missed the layup. Out in transition, goes right back to the Bulls now. Dosunmu passes down low. Vucevic, huge rejection by White. The basketball tipped up in the air. Tipped back out to the perimeter. Dosunmu able to save it. DeRozan, baseline dribble. Got it stripped out of bounds. Celtics thought it was lost out of bounds by DeRozan, but referees will roll it out of bounds by Porzingis as he was the one who stripped DeRozan. Wow, got a lot of good action here so far. Porzingis off the roll down with an alley-oop jam. Celtics forcing turnover, scrappy defense so far to start off this game. And we will have the first timeout on the court tonight. 7:37 left to go in the first. Gotta like what's going on right now to start off. Post All-Star break, Boston by 8. Alright, here we go to the first timeout. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you guys are new here on the channel. Excellent balance so far by Boston. They got 4 out of 5 starters who scored so far. Porzingis has 5. Tatum and Holiday with 3. Brown's got 2. And White with a block so far. Yet to score for White, but just great game so far defensively. Forcing turnovers. Chicago struggling to convert on the shots. 2 for 8 from the floor, 1 for 3 from 3 so far for the Bulls. Celtics as a team 50%, 5 for 10, 3 for 6 from the perimeter. After missing the first 3 of their 3-point shots, they've come back. They made the previous 3 3-point shots. Yeah, so Kevin Ollie, he was the former head coach at UConn, and he was part of like a big scandal with the national championship team they won. I think it was back in 2014. That may have been vacated. I'm not entirely sure myself, but I think there was one that was vacated from the past. He like ran that program down to the ground, and then they went to the American, so they were in the Big East for UConn. This was going back like around like 2010, 2011. And then when the American formed, this had to be around 2014-ish, 2013, 2014. The American Athletic Conference formed. UConn joined the American, and they really struggled in the American. Like back in 2019, UConn was like mid-pack in the American. I think they had like 17, 16 wins. Crazy how 5 years ago, the year that they started streaming on the channel, 2019, UConn was like mid-pack in the American. And then last year they won the national championship after playing in the Big East for a couple of years. So they rejoined the Big East earlier in the 2020s decade. Hey, what's good? Charles in the stream, welcome in. Yeah, Florida looks scary. I was looking at their numbers today. Florida is number 1 in the nation in rebounds per game. Florida is also a top 10 scoring team this season. That is very scary because they got the same profile as that Miami Hurricanes team the previous 2 seasons. Excellent guards. I believe they go with a 4-guard lineup for Florida. And the tournament's all about guard play. They got some really good guards. Not a strong defense, but they could light it up. And they got a similar type profile to what Miami had under Jim Larinaga for the previous 2 seasons. That's good on the basket off the floater inside to keep by Derek White. All 5 scores have scored so far for starters for the Celtics. And Caruso goes backdoor, scores the layup past Tatum. 7 minutes left to go in the first. Bounce pass, backdoor cut, White around, went out. He got fouled though. So 2 shots covered up at the free throw line by Derek White. First clock stoppage for a personal foul we have tonight in the game is Porzingis. Excellent bounce pass off the cutter. White behind Caruso. Caruso gets called in the shooting foul. Yeah, what's good, guys? Charles, Andre, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you guys back in. Caruso is going to substitute out of the game right now. 5 by Porzingis, 3 each by Tatum and Holiday. White's got 2, Siemens Brown. Entire starting 5 scored so far, spreading it out for 15 total. First one's good. 21-1 record as well against teams below a 500 winning percentage this season for the Celtics. They've taken care of every single game but one this season. And the Bulls are 3 games below 500, record of 26-29. The Celtics just simply don't lose to bad teams this season. I'm going to see if I can go back into my database and try to remember who that was or so, as Derek White makes both of the free throws. So just 12 total losses this season. Celtics' best record in the NBA, 43-12. Losses against Minnesota, Philadelphia. Here's the one, Charlotte, the 3rd loss this season. On November 20th, they lost 121-118 in overtime. So that's the only loss that they've had against a team that's below 500 this year. Jumper, free throw circle, Brown off the front, no good. Offensive rebound to Al Horford. Horford first playing time tonight. Brown at the wing. Cross court finds Porzingis. Porzingis on the floor with Hauser as well. Finds White around the wing of the perimeter. White launches up a 3 off the back iron, no good. A rebound secure by Kobe White for Chicago. Jimmy, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. Kobe White took the 3, missed off the front rim. Brown collects the defensive rebound. I get the Celtics all the way tonight. Brown attacks downhill to the rim. No good. Missed the layup. Got fouled, though, from the side, and Jaylen Brown will shoot 2. Second trip tonight to the free throw line. Let's see here. Attacking downhill on number 15 for Chicago. Able to draw the contact on Julian Phillips, a rookie from Tennessee. So going after a mismatch right now on the floors. They did have 4 players listed out tonight for the Bulls without one of their key starters defensively, Patrick Williams, tonight, missing him in this game. First shot's good by Jaylen Brown. That's great to see. Jaylen Brown has struggled at times at the free throw line, specifically crunch time free throws. That's when I'm like most worried about Jaylen Brown. Under 5 left to go in the 4th quarter. He's had some issues this year when it's come down to that Super Bowl Sunday game against Miami. He had some tough times during that game at the line, and he missed one there. So we split the free throws. Approaching 6 minutes left to go. Celtics doubling up the Bulls so far. Kobe White dribbles up, drives and Porzingis. Kick out to the corner. Baseline dribble here for the Bulls off the up fake. Outside they find White. White guarded by Brown at the wing. Kobe White double teamed. Over to Vucevic. Cross court pass to the right quarter. The pass deflected out of bounds by Porzingis. They were looking to thread a needle into Drummond down low. Shot clock's down to 3. Hey, what's good? Ron in the stream. Welcome on board, man. Chicago 3 in the shot clock. Inbound off the Vucevic. Elevates for the J. Sinks it. 18-11 right now. Nothing you could really do about that shot. It's just a lot of good touch on that. It was contested as well by Porzingis. Brown at the elbow. Spin move mid-block out to Porzingis. Takes the jumper, and he delivers. Porzingis showing a touch right there for the deep two from the elbow. Back to a 9-point lead. Celtics 50% from the floor. 7 for 14. Skip pass at the corner. Intercepted. Derek White out to the races. Ahead of the pack. Throws it down. Leading in with a two-handed jam. Chicago not able to rush back on defense in time. White with a pick 6 as he takes it a distance for 2. 4th turnover tonight for the Bulls so far. 5 minutes left to go in the first. Once again, the Celtics doubling up Chicago at the corner. The lob goes down low. Vucevic blocked by White. Up in the air. Vucevic gets it. Passes down low underneath Julian Phillips. Oh, he gets rejected by Porzingis. Celtics have it up the floor. Brown changing tempo right to the rim. Off the backboard, and he scores. Up and off the glass. Good for 2. Plus the foul by Jaylen Brown. Shifty right there in tempo. You think I'm going to slow it down? No, I'm going to go straight at you. Down the throat of the defense. Back-to-back blocks by Boston. The defense translates to offense. White with a first block. Porzingis with a second block. A block fest out there tonight. 4 blocks in the first quarter of action. Brown will shoot 1. Oof. Yeah, good question right there. I'd probably go with the Wizards there. Yeah, Commanders, potentially, they could be looking at a much brighter future for the Commanders in the future. 25-11. The free throw is good by Jaylen Brown. DeRozan, kick out to the corner. Almost overshot the pass over the head of Julian Phillips. Bounce pass down low. Drummond lost it. Deflected out of bounds, though, by the Celtics. Horford pointing in Boston's direction. The officials, though, kept it in Chicago's direction, so it will stay. Bulls ball, 7 on the shot clock. Yeah, Derek White out there, all hustle so far. 3 blocks. Insane defense he's got in this game. DeRozan makes the jumper. 12-point lead for Boston currently. White wide open, takes the 3, makes the 3 from downtown. A laser from the perimeter by Derek White. Derek White, to the first time out, was the lone Celtics player who did not score. Now he's up to 9 points and 3 for 5 shooting, along with 3 blocks. Insane for Derek White right now. 9 points in 8 minutes after not scoring in the first 5 minutes of the game. He scored 9 points in the previous 4 minutes. DeRozan will head to the line and shoot 2. First one's good. What a start here. 9 points, 3 blocks so far by White. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Welcome in, Sierra Star. Thanks for joining in. Jaylen Brown going to check out of the game right now. Second free throw by DeRozan is up and through. 13-point Celtics lead. 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Porzingis on the floor with White, Tatum, Horford, and Hauser in the corner. White has it at the wing. White wide open, shoots a 3, and he makes another one. Bang, bang, baby. Derek White cashing it down from the perimeter. 12 by White in a 4+ minute span right now. 2 for 4 from the outside alongside 3 blocks. Just insane what he's doing here this first quarter. DeRozan driving downhill, missed the layup, tipped up in the air, tap back out to Julian Phillips for Chicago. DeRozan at the baseline, crossover and Hauser. Tough shot, DeRozan rattles out, no good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Horford. Horford pressured in the corner, and DeRozan picks up a reach-and foul. DeRozan thought that Horford there got away with a travel off the pivot step, as DeRozan didn't really give Horford much space at all in the backcourt, pressuring him. Celtics get the inbound. Under 3:20 left to go here in the first. 31-15. Insane start for the Celtics. White, kick out to the wing. Horford, touch pass, top of the key. Tatum, lobs over to Porzingis. Porzingis inside the key, working on Vucevic. Takes the jumper, around and out. Rebound secure by Drummond for Chicago. Down to 3 minutes left to go in the first. DeSumo At the elbow, DeSumo looking for somebody to get open, moves it off to DeRozan. DeRozan guarded top of the key, down to 10 on the shot clock. Outside finds DeSumo. Bounce pass out to the baseline, into the hands of Vucevic. Backs his way to Horford, 5 on the shot clock. Outside, DeRozan elevates for the 3. Missed off the back rim, no good. A Hauser with a box out comes up with a defensive rebound. Celtics looks to push it. Here's a corner 3, quick transition. White, no good, bricked off the back iron. Bulls come back with the basketball. 2.5 left to go in the first here. White. Bounce pass off the roll down. Spin move. It's good for 2 inside a key by Vucevic. It's had a pretty good game so far for Vooch tonight. 8 points out of the 17. The top scorer for the Bulls. Tatum. Dribbles towards his right. Bounce pass behind his back. Sets up a wide open 3. Porzingis had a great look at it. Just missed off the mark. Looked at first that he was going to rip it through. That was a dart right there by Porzingis, but couldn't get it down. There's another big rejection from behind by the Celtics. Stuffing DeSumo at the rim. That was Horford that time. White transition. Off the glass, no good. Thrown down by Porzingis, though they're not going to count the buckets. Referees will roll it. Derek White, offensive foul. So Chicago takes the charge. And we will take a timeout on the floor as well. Down to 1:55 left to go in the first. 1:55 remaining. First quarter, just total domination so far for the Celtics. 12 points by Derek White. It's been a block fest tonight. Six blocks by Boston. Half of those blocks are by White. 3 blocks by White. 1 each between Porzingis, Holiday, Horford, with a block as well. Tatum's only got 3. Tatum said, according to ESPN yesterday, that he's the best player in the NBA. He's only got 3 right now so far for JT. Wow, that's insane. Yeah, Clemson. I don't get why people are so high in Clemson, honestly. So I think more realistic, you're looking at a 6 or a 7 for Clemson, potentially even an 8. I had said a month ago that I wouldn't be shocked if they missed the tournament. I'm kind of stunned right now that they're not in the same category as like Ole Miss. For this Clemson team, they're 18-8. See, this is so random because Providence has kind of like a similar record to a lot of these teams, yet they're not even put in the bracket. It's sad the disrespect that there is for I'll say the groupings of teams that the bracketologists are disrespecting. Providence, Seton Hall, those two specifically. Providence, Seton Hall, Grand Canyon as an 11, which not only have they got disrespected by bracketologists, they have a win over San Diego State, which was a 4 seed in the CBS Sports reveal the previous Saturday ago. A lot of just disrespect on these brackets and stuff. San Diego State, crazy that they're a 4 seed, that they're rated that high. Colorado State, holy smokes, they're a 4 seed, no way. But yeah, Grand Canyon's drawing the same seed as Indiana State, which Indiana State's lost 2 conference games recently, and they don't have a good like signature win. Grand Canyon's got an actual signature victory. I also don't know how Samford, I know their record is really good. They should be a 13. I don't know how they're drawing a 12. That team's got a similar profile to that South Dakota State team that we had a fade against Providence 2 years ago. That Samford team should be getting a 13 seed instead of a 12, honestly, in my opinion. Yeah, McNeese should be a 12. CBS has got McNeese as a 13, and then Samford as a 12. Right now, back to action. We're down to 1:43 left to go. The first free throw is good by Drummond at the line for Chicago. Florida Atlantic's pulling an 8 over on CBS. I don't even have Lunardi's listed right now because I want to like check out other ones or so. But yeah, FAU's still in the bracket, which I'm shocked about. I would have them out, honestly, for FAU. Goes to Tatum. Tatum at the baseline, backs his way. Tatum inside, got stripped, turned it over. Tatum with just 3 so far this first quarter. They take it in transition to Sumu. Downhill at the rim, scores past Hauser for 2. A little bit of signs of life here for Chicago right now. Boston looking to see how they can respond. Hauser into the hands to Pritchard. First time on the floor today. Off to Horford. Lobs off to Tatum. Elevates for the jumper. Baseline. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Dasumu for Chicago. They also upgraded recent 2 up to a 3. So it's 31-21. Here's a 3 bricked off the back rim. Horford secures the defensive rebound. Final 50 seconds left to go in the first. Pritchard brings up the floor. It's Pritchard, Horford, Tatum, and Hauser. The 5 in the court right now for the Celtics. Edge of the midcourt logo. Pritchard, the ball handler. Picks up by Horford. Pritchard dribbles up. Swings it off to Horford. Horford into the hands to Tatum. Back outside. Pritchard launches the 3. Catching fire. Around the rim and out. No good. A rebound secured by Drummond for the Bulls. 25 seconds left to go in the first. Caruso. Bounce pass off the roll down. Drummond floats it up in the key. Scores for 2. Now Chicago's creeping back in the game. 8-zip run, last 2+ minutes. Celtics, shot clock turned off, looking to get their final bucket here to close out the first quarter. Edge of the midcourt logo. Drew Holiday with it now. Drew, top of the key, working on Dasumu. Pick set by Tatum, and it will be an offensive foul. That's a hard screen right there, set by Tatum to free up Holiday. And Tatum with a rough start today. Couple more seconds left to go here to close out the first. Caruso, 3 over Tatum right before the buzzer. Airballed it out of bounds, and the time expires at the same time. We close out at the end of one. 31-23. The best player in the NBA, supposedly, with Jason Tatum not playing the best. In the first quarter of action, no Derek White. Sensational start for Derek White. 12 points. By Derek White alongside 3 blocks in the first quarter in 10 minutes of court time for Derek White, leading his team at the end of quarter 1. Alright, so 1 quarter in the books. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Hit us up in the chat, by the way, who you guys liking this one here, Celtics or Bulls, as we got almost 90% Celtics. Yeah, so Providence and Seton Hall both have 5 quad 1 victories, I believe. And it's crazy, because Seton Hall have been playing without Kadari Richmond for a while. Here's the insane part is that I did not think it was going to hold through, that there's going to be 6 Mountain West teams in the brackets. But right now today, if the season ended, it looks like it will be right now. Derek White is starting, so Derek White's a starter. Yeah, these are the teams I have missing the tournament. Utah, Ole Miss, Colorado. Those 3 and Lunardi's last 4 in, they're a definite miss. Here, like, Gonzaga as an 11 seed, that is a crime, how they have that. Gonzaga beat Kentucky. Kentucky's pulling a 6 seed. Honestly, I'm worried about Kentucky. If you're another school, if you're not a name brand, based on the losses that they've had, Kentucky, honestly, if they were replaced with another name brand, I bet you that same team with that same profile is drawing a 10 or an 11 seed right now and not a 6. Like, some bad losses they have had. Yesterday against LSU. Just a lot of close losses because of their defenses in the 300s in the nation. But Gonzaga not even in right now with a 20-6 record when they beat Kentucky. I mean, that's just sad right there. That's their signature win. You don't get many signature opportunities, but a record that good, that should be able to get you in with Kentucky and also the St. Mary's victory. Or they played St. Mary's close. They had actually lost that one. They're going to get a second chance against St. Mary's. They lost that game close. As we come back to action, Drummond scores for 2. This is now a 6-point game all of a sudden. Celtics, with their paint defense, has struggled, and also their offense is in a big rut right now. Got to make some shots. Tatum on the floor with Holiday, Cornette, Pritchard, and Horford. After an excellent start, everything's gone downhill. There's a jumper. That's the guy to get you right back into it. Drew Holiday off the follow-away, scores for 2 at the baseline. 8-point lead for Boston. Finally able to get a shot. DeRozan out to the top. Swoosh on a 3. It is good by Caruso. Somebody forgot to defend the perimeter right there for the Celtics. What's good, Jay in the stream? Welcome in. Jeff, welcome on board. Horford at the wing, dribbles up, guarded by Caruso at the low block. Horford double teamed underneath, now triple team, gets the way to Tatum outside Holiday. Moves it out to the corner. Pritchard with a 3 comes up short, got partially blocked up in the air as the Bulls come back with the basketball. It's only a 5-point game right now as they were trailing at 1 point being doubled. Early on, down by double digits. DeRozan, mid-range, missed off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Tatum, pushes up the floor. Holiday, Euro step, had it stripped, turned it right back over. Some bad offense lately for the Celtics here. DeRozan gonna slow it down. Under 10.5 left to go. Caruso thought about the 3. Feeds Drummond down low. Drummond working one-on-one on Cornette. Brings along a double team outside Caruso. No look pass. Right corner. Dosunmu to put it with a 2. And he does. He makes it. Oh, that's a big U for the Boston Celtics. It's only a 2-point game. 10 minutes left to go before halftime. The Celtics were cruising. At 1 point in the first quarter, they led as many by 16 at 1 point, and now it's down to just 2. As Cornette away from the basketball gets knocked down and fouled by Drummond. This is what happens when Derek White has to come out of the game. Derek White and Porzingis, both of them have been on the bench for quite a while, and those two guys are just so critical towards the Celtics team. As right now, both of them are still on the bench. The Celtics 5 on the floor happens to be Cornette, Tatum, Holiday, Hauser, and Pritchard. 2 of their 6-man guys out there. Hauser off to Pritchard. Both of them working together off the bench. Coming into the game as Pritchard sinks the 3. Hauser with an assist. Pritchard knocks down the corner 3. Celtics by 5. 6 made triple the game. They've attempted 14 threes. Lob down low. Drummond, his pass off his fingertips intercepted. Goes right back to the Celtics up the floor. Hauser attacking right to the rim. Scores up and in off the glass for 2. Great job right there pushing tempo. Holiday records the assist on that possession. At the wing, it goes off to DeRozan. DeRozan dribbles up and drives downhill on Holiday at the rim. And a shooting foul picked up by Cornette from the side. This will send DeRozan to shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. Yes, I'd say Miami is still dangerous. When fully healthy, they turn it on in the playoffs. And I think the Heat are a very dangerous team. The Celtics had a double-digit lead Super Bowl Sunday. I believe it was at most by 17. They blew a 17-point lead. The Heat came back in. The Celtics were able to hold them off. But about that game, Jimmy Butler did not play in that game. And the Heat made it close without Butler. And yeah, if they get a fully healthy team, if Butler's healthy, come playoff time, that Heat team, no matter what the seed is, you got to just erase the seed, erase the records, because they do damage in the playoffs. Yeah, that Heat team's the equivalent of like a typical Michigan State team usually when it comes down to March Madness. Tatum floats it up over the top. It's Luke Cornette with a 2-handed alley-oop jam. 7-point Celtics lead. Under 9 minutes left to go before halftime. 14-10 points in the paint in favor of the Celtics tonight. Down low, Javon Carter dishes over to Vucevic, who scores for 2. Scoring start to pick up right now. Holiday at the wing of the perimeter. Vucevic got 10 so far tonight for the Bulls. Hand off Hauser. Hauser launches the 3. They're not going to count it, though. An illegal screen set by Holiday off the dribble handoff. And that will take away the 3 made by Hauser. Let's see here the replay. I don't know about that call right there. Holiday just off the handoff, sending the pick for his teammate. I don't know about that one there. It's a tough call. 5-point advantage for Boston. Circling around inside the key. White's pass intercepted by Tatum. Tatum lost up the floor. Ball still rolling. Chicago came up with a steal. Tatum just out of control. Out in transition. Dosunmu. White. Bounce pass quarter. Out to the top. Here's a 3 straight away. Dosunmu. No good. Skipped around the rim and out. Offensive rebound. Pulled down by number 25 for Chicago. Dalen Terry out of Arizona. Missed 3. No good by Kobe White. A lot of young guards on this team. Kobe White from the University of North Carolina in his 4th season in the NBA. Jaylen Brown back into the game. Kick out quarter. Hauser launches a 3. Sinks it as it hits bottom, baby. Sam Hauser drops down the triple. 8-point advantage for the Celtics. Largest lead was by 16 at 1 point. Terry almost lost the handle. Gave it off to the corner to the hands of Vucevic. Dosunmu dribbles up, bounce pass off the roll down. Vucevic, floater inside, scores for 2. I get the wrong score on the board. It's 43, not 48. Press the wrong digit right there. It's 43-37 right now. Ooh, Jaylen Brown, little slow here getting up. We'll see if he's trying to stretch out his lower part of his area on the last play. Not sure where, but he's back into the play. Tatum sinks down the jumper off the inbound. They're going to roll the deep 2. One of his feet was on the 3-point line. Approaching 7 minutes left to go before halftime. Celtics almost came up with a steal. Deflected out to midcourt. Vucevic, pressure by Tatum. Out it goes out to the corner. Javon Carter, and we're going to have a timeout here taken on the court by Chicago. So Chicago now burns a timeout. 45-37. The score. Celtics with an 8-point advantage right now as we head over to the timeout. Yeah, this game really starting to get interesting. Celtics had the Bulls cut it down to 2 at one point. Derek White hasn't been on the floor since the first quarter. So, yeah, those two guys, just White and Porzingis, they are just so critical towards the Celtics and what they can do. And it shows you tonight. Plus 14 when Derek White's been on the floor. Porzingis is also a plus 14. Jaylen Brown's been a plus 16 tonight. While Jason Tatum's only been a plus 5. Sam Hauser off the bench has been a plus 4. Plus 1 by Drew Holiday. They've got minus numbers, though, tonight from Al Horford and Peyton Pritchard. Horford a minus 8. Peyton Pritchard a minus 6. So, yeah, they were up by 16, and then it dwindled down to 2 at one point. The Bulls made a crazy run at it. Hey, that's awesome. So, Andrew doing a tech crew for SpongeBob the Musical. That's awesome, man. Best of luck there. Yeah, I actually, my main instrument growing up was drums, so I did a couple of performances in the pit orchestra when I was in high school for my, the theater group in high school. What's good? Mark on the stream. Welcome back in. Hope all is going well, man. Yep, a couple of West Virginia alums being represented tonight. Head coach Joe Mazzulla for Boston. Javon Carter for the Bulls. Yeah, definitely getting plenty of rest. I did not get any sleep on Monday into Tuesday. Having trouble sleeping like once every like 4 or 5 days for me, so I'm trying to figure it out or so. Sometimes I don't get like any sleep at night, and I fall to bed usually around like 10 or 11 p.m. Just struggle to get to sleep. So we're trying to figure out why. I actually just went to the doctors today to do blood tests because I had my physical a couple weeks ago, and there's a couple of things that I've been like struggling with or so physically that I'm trying to get better on. So I underwent blood tests, and my blood test for my alt levels came back super high, so they had to retake another test today. I've been feeling better recently. It's just hopefully things come back well on my blood test that I took from today. We get back to action right now with under 7 left to go before halftime, and there's a 3 made by Julian Phillips for Chicago from the corner to draw win in 5. Yeah, Caitlin Clark's incredible. Yeah, I was watching one of the night games a couple weeks ago. I think they played Maryland, and it was back and forth, and just another huge game by her for Caitlin Clark. But man, just sensational what she can do. The female Steph Curry out there of women's college basketball, just insane. It's good to see that like women's basketball is growing in popularity because of like Caitlin Clark, and they've been on TV contracts right now for women's college basketball, like much more exposure for games on TV compared to the past. Like I remember like it was 99% men's, and now they like whenever the men's have like not like strong nights or so, like Sundays. Sundays is one of the key days for women's basketball for college, because usually a lot of the men's teams play on Saturdays, so then the Sundays get like more TV exposure. We're gonna have a media timeout on the floor here, 45-40, as we are down to 6:17 left to go. Actually, this is going to be on the Celtics here. So, quick update there. Jaylen Brown picked up a shooting foul. Boston might challenge this call on the floor. That's why they went for the timeout. So, Celtics by 5 at the moment. So, I'll update you guys after the timeout, see what will happen here. I haven't got to the scoreboard in a while, actually. So, let's see what's going on in the NBA, because Boston has got a 6-game. They're 6 games ahead of Cleveland right now. Cleveland might lose tonight against Orlando, so it's 86-82. Magic a 4-point lead at the end of the third against Cleveland. So the Celtics with a win tonight and a Cavs loss can up their league lead to 7 games in the East, on pace to be the number 1 seed by a landslide for the Celtics. Pacers leading the Pistons 102-89. Knicks up by 11 over the Sixers 88-77. Celtics going to take on the Knicks in their next game on Saturday. Quick update, I plan on streaming that one as well. Celtics against Knicks on Saturday. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know out in the community tab. That'll be my next stream I plan on covering. Raptors lead the Nets 82-71. Suns up over the Mavs 63-60. Pelicans leading Rockets 45-42. The Clippers by 1. That's a good game tonight. Clippers at Thunder 53-52 Clippers. Yeah, I saw all the backlash about that. The new uniforms that the MLB is wearing out, like, horrendous. They've been from Fanatics. Yikes. Those going to get changed ASAP. They had Michael Chavis posted online his uniform. They had one of the numbers from his other number off kilter with each other. Didn't even line up properly. And then Fanatics saw it. They said that they would ship him another one. Well, they forgot that he's an MLB baseball player. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, responding to the post, oh yeah, we'll ship you another one, we just need your shipping address. I play in the major leagues, and this is happening. Yikes. So Michael Chavis posted that on Twitter. The numbers weren't even correct. They weren't even like lined up correct with each other. First free throw is good as we get back to action. So the Bulls made both of the free throws there. Kobe White at the line. 3-point advantage for the Celtics now. Things getting too close for comfort, but guess what? Derek White's back on the floor. Derek White a plus 14 so far. 12 points, 3 blocks in the first 10 minutes. Off the Brown, takes it, and he makes it from downtown for 3 by Jaylen Brown. Derek White, impact of that play, made an assist. Just changing everything with those two guys when they're on the floor between White and Porzingis. Biggest plus minuses tonight have been White, Porzingis, and Brown, all plus 14 around the last timeouts. Riley, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. The lob down low. Horford out of position defensively, and Vucevic taps it in for 2 with an assist by Dosunmu. 4-point game. Vucevic up to 14, the top scorer tonight for the Bulls. Porzingis, hand off to Brown. Thought about the three, dribbles up to the elbow. Brown at the free throw circle, swings it outside. Porzingis takes the three, bricked off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Vucevic. 14 by Vucevic after that, 8 by DeSumo, 6 each by DeRozan and Drummond. At the wing with Julian Phillips, dribbles up inside the key. Phillips bouncing bodies right over White, scores with a left-handed layup. It's a tough bucket right there for two. The rookie from Tennessee. 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Celtics only up by 2. They led as many by 16 at one point. White at the top, sends it off to Porzingis. Porzingis spin move, elevates for the jumper off the rim, no good. Porzingis started getting to a struggle here offensively for him lately. Just 3 for 8 from the floor as here goes Chicago with it, looking for the tie. White, no good off the glass. Rebound secure for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown has it at the right elbow. Brown to crossover, got it back to the corner, working on DeSumo one-on-one. Brown backs his way, low block on DeSumo, right over DeSumo. Oh, he scores up and in, off the glass for 2 by Jaylen Brown, plus the foul committed by DeSumo. One shot coming up, just knows the mismatch, and JB backs his way on it. Over to younger DeSumo, down inside the low post. JB flexing after the play was over as well. What's good, David on the stream? Welcome back in, man. 11 points tonight for Jaylen Brown. Second player to get the double figures. White leads the way tonight with 12. Free throw to put the lead up to 5 for Boston. Brown makes it. 51-46. DeSumo takes up the floor alongside Caruso, Vucevic, DeRozan, and Phillips, the 5 on the floor. Receiving the pass at the elbow is Vucevic. Swings it back out to the top of the key off to Caruso. Caruso dribbles up, floats up the runner at the mid-block, missed off the mark, tipped out to the perimeter, offensive rebound, right back to DeRozan. Bounce pass goes into the hands of Vucevic. Vucevic backs his way in Porzingis. 5 in the shot clock, Vucevic. Vucevic, left-handed hook, and he scores right past Porzingis inside a low post for 2. 51-48, under 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Brown's got 12, White's got 12, and DeSumo commits the reach and foul. So Ayu DeSumo quick back-to-back personal fouls. He picks up on the floor now. .352 left to go. Yeah, Nick's a dangerous team out there. Yeah, I've been eating like all the healthy foods and stuff, hydrating well. I'm trying to figure out like what foods are bothering me, because sometimes I have like acid reflux or heartburn issues with certain types of food. So I'm trying to see like if I have like a hidden food allergy that I've never been aware of before. I usually never feel well after having like a lot of stuff that's like high in sodium or like fried stuff. So I'm like eating like everything that's like all healthy right now. And it's certainly been helping out. A lot of the processed stuff is just not too good. Porzingis shoots the 3, missed another shot. Porzingis just 3 for 9 right now from the floor. Too many jumpers from the perimeter lately for the Celtics. That's allowed Chicago to creep back into the game. 3.5 left to go here. Bounce pass out to the top. DeRozan looking for the tie. He's got it. A laser from the perimeter straight away by DeRozan. We're even 51-51. Celtics just blew a 16-point lead. Tatum got to get something going on. Just 5 points this entire quarter. Porzingis hands it off to Brown. Tatum, check that. He's got 5 points this entire half. Brown, crossover, step back, 3 in the air. Jaylen, oh, he hits it. Sicking it through. It hits bottom for JB. 54-51, under 3 left to go. Jaylen Brown, the top scorer tonight. He's got 15. Scoop score. Up and in off the glass with a layup made by DeSumo. Big response back for the Bulls. Start to feel like a different game right now. Jaylen Brown, look at the takeover. He had 30 in the first matchup back in December. Elevates for the J. Connects on another one. Jaylen Brown, nothing but net, baby. 3-point advantage for Boston. Chicago with a possession. Right wing perimeter, DeRozan. Bounce pass behind his back off to Vucevic. Dribbles up now to the baseline. Backs his way in Porzingis. Inside the mid-block. Vucevic. Turnaround jumper over Porzingis. Got it for a 2 right there by Vuce. It's a 1-point game. 2:15 left to go. Celtics with the ball. Brown at the wing. Picks up by Porzingis. Brown dribbles towards his left. Sends it off to Tatum. Tatum with just 5 this entire game so far. JB's got 15. The top scorer tonight for Boston. And Porzingis picks up a foul, an illegal screen. It will head right back to Chicago. Celtics have never surrendered a lead besides when they were trailing by 2 in the first minute. Turnover there off the illegal screen set by Porzingis, and it will go right back into the Bulls' favor to see if they can take the lead right here. Bounce pass inside. Vucevic, double team. Vucevic off the mark. No good. Got fouled. He'll shoot 2 at the line. He got Porzingis. Porzingis right now having an iffy game lately. Started off strong, but really has shrunk down here in the second quarter by Porzingis. Vucevic with a chance to tie or take the lead with 2 free throws. 7 blocks tonight by the Celtics. 3 of those by Derek White. 2 of those by Porzingis. Block each between Horford and Holiday tonight. It was a block fest in the first quarter. First free throw is good by Vucevic. Vucevic leads all scores now. He's got 19. Second shot's good. They have just taken a lead. First time since the first minute. The Bulls have taken the lead. It's 57-56. Under 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Holiday, he's back on the floor. Drew Holiday, Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They're starting 5 in the court right now. Porzingis bounce pass to Brown. Brown's got 15, a leading scorer for Boston. Brown at the left wing perimeter. Brown, the crossover, takes the 3 over Vucevic, and he makes it. Jaylen Brown keeps on taking it, and he keeps on making it from the perimeter. Bang, bang, another laser. 59-57. He's got 20. Miscalculated a previous basket. He had 17 a moment ago before he shot the 3. Now up to 20 for JB, the game leader. Turn around inside. Dasumu got it a drop good for 2. We go back and forth right now. 59 even. Down to the final minute, 10 left to go. Brown elevates for the J. Missed off the mark, no good. Vucevic controls the defensive rebound. Here we go, approaching the final minute of action before halftime. DeRozan down low, dish out to the wing. Caruso with a 3 off. Front iron, no good. A rebound secured by Tatum. Celtics will slow it down. Boston crosses midcourt. Jaylen Brown been the man of the game so far with 20. Brown, edge of the midcourt logo, 10 on the shot clock. Game clock approaching 42 seconds. Brown, top of the key. Pass off to Porzingis. 5 in the shot clock. Bounce pass. Off the roll down. Brown circles around. Outside. Tatum takes the 3 at the wing. Off the front and no good. Tatum with just 5 points this entire first half. Rebound secure by Chicago. Chance to take the lead as we're down to 25 seconds left to go here before halftime. DeRozan dribbles, drives, dish outside to White. Vucevic to the corner. Baseline dribble. Kick out to the wing. Pass deflected, saved in the corner play though. Here's a 3, Kobe White, and he hits it. Kobe White off the follow-away with 7 seconds left to go. It's a 3-point Chicago lead. Celtics got to get their heads right back in the game. They have blown a 16-point lead. Brown, final shot here before halftime, takes it off the front rim, no good, and we close out going to halftime. 62-59. The Celtics, a record of 21-1 this season against teams that have a record of 500 or below. Chicago, 3 games below 500 at 26-29 this season. And right now the Bulls crawled all the way back past a 16-point deficit, and they lead by 3 entering half, 62-59. Joe Mazzulla, got to get these guys held accountable. Man, Jason Tatum is just all got to his head right now, thinking that he's the best player in the NBA. Oh, man. When you think you have it in the bag, you just got to work harder instead of taking it light all the time. And Tatum tonight having an off first half. 2 for 7 shooting, just 5 points by Tatum. 2 turnovers. Rough game so far for JT, a -3 on the court. Jaylen Brown's got 20, saving the Celtics right now. 70% shooting by JB, 3 for 4 from the perimeter, with 4 assists leading the way. 12 points by Derek White all in the first quarter. He's got 3 blocks as well, which was in the first. Derek White did not attempt a single shot in the second quarter. They got to get him back to being a focal point offensively here, with him getting involved in the second quarter. 7 points by Porzingis. Porzingis has had a tough night trying to find his stroke. 1 for 5 from 3, 3 for 9 shooting by Porzingis. And then 5 by Jrue Holiday so far. Drew's going to get some more touches. He's been accurate whenever he's been out there. A quick 3 in the first couple minutes of action. 2 for 3 shooting, 1 for 1 from the perimeter by Jrue. So it's been a tough game when it's come down to Tatum and Porzingis in the first half so far. And Vucevic doing damage. Vucevic with 20. 9 for 12 shooting. They've been good inside the block department, but in terms of interior defense against Vooch tonight, it's just not been there. Vooch having his way down low against the Celtics interior D in this matchup. 20 points, 9 rebounds after that. 12 by Dosunmu right now. Hey, what's good? Natasha on the street, welcome in. Andrew, Vaughn, welcome on board. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Things going pretty well. If you guys are doing the stream, feel free to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Just way too many threes so far for Boston. They've attempted 42 total shots. More than half of those have been threes. 22 of those have been threes, but they made their threes tonight. They're 10 for 22 from the perimeter. That's not been an issue. The issue has been interior defense for them. They're getting lit up by Chicago. Chicago shooting the ball well. Also at 50% from the floor, 43% from 3. And yeah, they're getting shredded points in the paint tonight, 24-16 right now. Yep, JT definitely needs to start backing it up. I mean, until he wins a championship, he's not going to be considered as the top guy in the NBA. I got a game I'm announcing out for this weekend. I actually got my first game for Division 1. I'm calling for lacrosse this weekend, so that should be pretty cool. Under 7 minutes left to go in the Magic Cavs game. Magic lead 100-93. So if Boston could come out with a win tonight, plus if Cleveland loses against Orlando, that would put the Celtics 7 games ahead of Cleveland. Right now, Cleveland number 2 in the East behind Boston. Pacers lead the Pistons tonight 119-105. Tyrese Halliburton, 25 points, 11 assists. Cade Cunningham for Detroit with 26 points. Knicks lead the Sixers. Defensive game there, 95-86. Jalen Brunson's got 21. Tyrese Maxey doing as much as he can with Joel Embiid out. Maxey's got over a third of the team points. He's got 35 points out of the 86 tonight. Raptors crushing the Nets tonight. Scotty Barnes with a double-double, 18 points, 12 rebounds. 103-79 Toronto. And then the Mavs up over the Suns, 81-75. Luka's already got 30 points right now, midway through the third. Booker's got 22. That's a good matchup right there. Both of those teams, big-time rivals against each other with a previous history a couple of years ago in the playoffs. And then Thunder, Clippers, great game there. Two teams at the top of the West. Thunder lead 61-59 on their home floor. Pelicans lead the Rockets 63-50 right now. College basketball games going on. Florida Atlantic leading SMU 79-70. SMU shredded Memphis on Sunday, but FAU looking like they're going to take it tonight for Florida Atlantic right now. Minnesota leading Ohio State 42-34. That Ohio State team had a new head coach as of last week, replacing Chris Holtmann, and they upset Purdue on Sunday. Minnesota, they're just outside the bubble. They get a lot of work to do to get into the bracket, but not that bad of a record. They just don't have signature victories, but they haven't suffered like terrible losses either. Taking care of business in that game for the Golden Gophers. Grand Canyon only has 2 losses this season, looking good on the road at Tarleton State, 41-28, with just above 17 minutes left in the second half. Gonzaga's on the road at Portland. Gonzaga early lead in the first 5 minutes, 11-3. Games that's gone final. Purdue destroyed Rutgers tonight, 96-68. App State, which they're in line for a 12 or a 13 seed, they crushed Old Dominion tonight, 82-67. That's basically it in terms of games of significance. UNC Wilmington could be a team to watch out for. They beat William and Mary tonight, 81-65. And both of those teams, Appalachian State, they upset Auburn. And then UNC Wilmington upset Kentucky. So those two teams have wins over SEC programs in the non-conference late this season. Potentially 2 teams that could pull off an upset in the first round, potentially, of the tournament. Big game tonight in the Pac-12 between Arizona hosting Washington State. That tips off at 11 o'clock tonight. And that really shows where Washington State, tonight's going to show where Washington State stands in the conference against Arizona. Arizona, a projected 1 seed. March Madness is next month, so probably like a month from now or so I'll be streaming March Madness. Yeah, so next month around this time. Yeah, things going pretty well. Just I'm trying to get like better, like physically or so. For me, I went for my doctor's physical a couple weeks ago, and I took blood tests, and then everything went well in my blood test besides my alt levels for my liver. So I guess I had like a really high level for my liver, so I went back to the doctors today to undergo more blood tests, and we're just awaiting to see like what the issue is or so. I've been having like some like heartburn issues from time to time, acid reflux, sometimes after eating. Hey, what's good? Chicago Bulls 123. Joe, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in, guys. Hey, welcome in, Bradley. Glad to have you back in, man. But a good one right now. Celtics had a 16-point lead, and they blew a 16-point lead, and Chicago took a 3-point lead going into half. Yeah, so March Madness is basically a month from now, so it's the actual first round of games starts on Thursday, March 21st. That's like the actual first round of games. Selection Sunday, St. Patrick's Day on Sunday, March 17th. And then they have those the first 4 games are on the 19th and the 20th, the Tuesday and the Wednesday of March. And then the actual round of 64 games begin Thursday, March 21st, and Friday, March 22nd. Oh, I didn't see that. That's a big blow right there. Sorry to hear that, Joe. Yeah, that's devastating. Yeah, hopefully Indiana State still has enough in the tank to take their conference tournaments. Yeah, I've been doing pretty good or so. I I had my doctor's physical a couple weeks ago, so we took blood tests, and all my tests came back pretty well. Besides one of them, where I'm like high on it's for the alt levels for my blood test, which is high levels for my liver. So I went back to the doctors once again today to do like another blood test, so we can get to like the bottom of like what I have or so. But yeah, other than that, doing pretty well. I'm trying to like be careful what I eat and stuff, because I've had like some struggles recently with like acid reflux and heartburn from time to time, so just trying to figure out like what's been like causing the issue lately for me. Yeah, nothing major. Just gotta get through every day or so. Yeah, I've been getting much better sleep than the past couple weeks recently, the past few days, which is good. Yeah, I saw Illinois lost to Penn State yesterday. A lot of upsets recently in the Big Ten in general. Like Purdue lost on Sunday against Ohio State. This is always like a tough time of year too, because where I'm from, the sun sets at like 4:30 in the afternoon, usually like 4:15, 4:30. November and December. Now the sun sets around I think like 5:15ish where I am right now, so it's later by like an hour to what it was in like December or so, but still very challenging time in terms of sunlight where I'm from, compared to like when we finally go into like daylight savings once again with the clocks in March. Sorry to hear that, Vaughn. Hopefully things get better for you, man. Yeah, I never have coffee, so part of the issue for me is like anything that has caffeine, I can't take for me, because I've been having like a lot of like issues or so. A lot of like the heartburn or reflux issues are from like things that are like high in caffeine or high in sodium. So there's a lot of stuff that I um, can't really eat. So I guess like right now I like for the future and stuff, I have to keep on like looking at like nutrition labels, because there's like certain things I can't have that will give me like acid reflux, like a certain amount of like saturated fats or like total fats or anything that's like super high in sodium I have to like avoid. All right, so the Celtics here are looking to bounce back. Just terrible paint defense. Couldn't stop Nikola Vucevic whatsoever in the first half. Vucevic went off for 20 points. Luckily for the Celtics, they did go into a couple of just offensive struggles there, that they went on a couple of massive scoring droughts at one point. And Jason Tatum really gonna get going right now for JT. 5 points in the entire game on 2 for 7 shooting. Him and Porzingis having an off night. Porzingis with just 7 points and 3 for 9 shooting. And these two guys are really going to get going, because Derek White, Jaylen Brown, they have played their hearts out so far the first half. Floater inside the key, missed off the mark by Chicago, around the rim and out by Vucevic. Chicago's going right to left on the floor. Celtics have the basketball now, off the rebound left to right. Brown dribbles up to the elbow. Brown, he's got 20, spin move over to Sumu, bricked off the back rim, tipped up to the corner, offensive rebound saved by White. Out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Derek White. They're going to say out of bounds. So Derek White was working on Kobe White. Yes, Ayu's playing. Ayu's been pretty good so far, up to 12 points. So Kobe White, he's on the floor with Caruso, Vucevic, DeRozan, and Dosunmu. Vucevic hands off to Dosunmu, turns the corner, flings it out to the wing. Caruso sends it off to the low block into the hands of Vucevic. On Porzingis, hand off to Kobe White. Kobe White weaves his way right past Derek White, no good, as he got altered from behind by White right there. And Derek White picked up the basketball. Porzingis off to Tatum. Tatum at the left wing. Tatum floats up the runner, looking for 7, gets fouled. JT will shoot 2 coming up at the line. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Jason Tatum, 2 shots here at the free throw line. First one rolls in. Hey, what's good? Raphael on the stream. Welcome aboard. Thanks for stopping by from the Philippines. Celtics made 21 threes in the first meeting against Chicago November 28th. Chicago was limited to just 9 in that matchup. Tatum split both of the free throws. So, goes right back to the Bulls, and Tatum's having an uncharacteristic game right now. 6 points in 20 minutes tonight by Tatum. Kobe White laces up a 3 off the front iron, no good. Holiday secures the defensive rebound. Tatum has it up the floor, lobs it off to Brown. Brown backs his way, draws a double team, working on Dosunmu now. Tatum off to the top. Holiday launches a 3, sinks it. It hits bottom there for Drew Holiday. I said that right at halftime. Drew's only gone 2 for 3 shooting so far. Perfect 1 for 1 from the perimeter by Drew. He's going to attempt much more shots from the floor and be aggressive in the second half, and he goes out firing in the first minute and a half here to start off the third and just knocks it down. Just a pure look right there from the perimeter. Yeah, I'll have to try that. Definitely, T has certainly helped me out a lot. So, thanks for the recommendation there, Edith. Definitely helps out a ton. Derek White took a shot there to the face by Vucevic. Has to walk this one off. Let's see as he was going up for the rebound. Ooh, oh, that was actually the basketball. Vucevic tried to tap it back into the court of play, and it hit Derek White right straight in the face. So Chicago gets the inbound right back. DeRozan working his way on Brown. Off fake. DeRozan, instead of a wide open floater, kicked it out to the corner. Dosunmu bricked the 3 off the back rim. That was a break caught right there for the Celtics as Boston came up with a rebound. White pass off to Holiday. Bounce pass down low post into the hands to Porzingis. Porzingis, ball fake. Porzingis, double team, turn around inside the key, and he missed another one. Porzingis contested by Vucevic, bricked it off the back rim. Kobe White dribbles up, drives on Porzingis inside the key, out to the top. Vucevic sends it off to the left wing perimeter. Caruso bounce past Vucevic, backs his way in the smaller Jaylen Brown inside the key. It's an offensive foul. Vucevic runs right over Jaylen Brown. Brown takes the charge. The Celtics will get it back. Oh, yeah, he just elbowed him straight at the jaw area there. Vucevic off a ball fake, went back and put out the elbow. Celtics by 1, looking to see if they can up this lead. Trying to see if they can snap the ball much faster around the perimeter and get their guys going on with some space. Tatum, just 6 points tonight, has it at the right wing. Tatum, dribble drive down the lane inside, missed the layup, and he got contacted though in the motion and fouled. So Jason Tatum back to the free throw line. Coming up, 9:19 left to go. Working on Caruso. Yeah, Caruso slapped him on the shooting arm. So 2 free throws here by Tatum. First one right down the middle. Yeah, definitely Tees will help out a lot. We got like a bunch of tea. at my place. Second free throw missed by Tatum. What is going on with Tatum tonight? He split the previous 2 free throws. Just 2 for 4 tonight, the free throw line. That could cost the Celtics tonight. Celtics just 7 for 10 at free throws. Perfect 10 for 10 tonight for Chicago. DeRozan bounce pass down low. Vucevic lost control of it, turned it over. White came up with a steal. White pushing tempo. Up the floor goes to Tatum. Tatum backs his way at the mid-block. Outside finds White. Steps into an open 3. Derek White. And he hits it. Bang, bang. Sizzles the triple by D. White. Been excellent tonight. And a timeout taken on the floor by Chicago. 67-62. Right now, Derek White, sensational, 15 points in 20 minutes on 5 for 8 shooting. He is 3 for 6 from the perimeter, finding his stroke in a big way in this game post All-Star break. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams in the channel. We are down to 8:53 remaining in action in this one. Jaylen Brown, Derek White combining for 35 of 67 so far for the Celtics. Quick update here. Next stream I plan on being back on Saturday at 8:30. Most likely covering Celtics against Knicks, so feel free to join in if you guys would like. I posted my upcoming schedule for Saturday and Sunday over on the community tab. I also plan on doing, I think it's Denver versus Golden State at 7 on Sunday. So if you guys would like to come on for that one, feel free to do so. Also out on the community tab, I posted some other stuff. I got my first Division 1 game that I'm announcing on Saturday for women's lacrosse. So I'll be at Stonehill College. They're recently new to Division 1. It's their second season in D1. They're taking on FDU on Saturday, and that name sounds familiar because FDU was the team that upset Purdue last season in the NCAA tournament. And so that's my first ever D1 game, so I've worked my way up now to D1 for the first time, so it should be a fun time on Saturday. And then, last Saturday I covered a lacrosse game that I announced for at one of the colleges that I announced for over at Wheaton College. And the athletics communication guy actually had me write the game recap, which was pretty cool. So I got some experience writing the post-game recap. So I also put that out in the community tab if anybody's interested. So feel free to check out my post-game recap if you guys would like. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm trying to do in the future is I'm trying to see if I can get into like athletics communications, like media relations for athletics. Or so, writing like post-game recaps, putting together a lot of like the sports highlight reels after games. So that's something that I'm trying to see if I can like get into potentially in the future and make like a career out of it. Yes, that Celtics game on Saturday is at night. So that's at 8:30 p.m. That's the ABC primetime game on Saturday. They're at the Knicks on Saturday. We come back from the timeout, 5-point game. Kobe White accelerates up free throw circle, moves it over to Caruso, out to the top. Here's a 3. Vucevic bricked off the back rim wide open, a rebound secured by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown on the floor with Jason Tatum, Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, and Drew Holiday. Brown having an excellent game. He's got 20. 15 by White, 35 to 67 to those two tonight. Porzingis, free throw circle, leaner, takes it, and they got the bounce good for 2. Good to see Porzingis able to make a bucket, bouncing off the rim up to 9 points for KP. Caruso right back in transition, scored a layup. Wow, yeah, I remember that. So, I was watching the news yesterday morning, and they had talked about that, how it's been, 21 years ago, crazy. I think I was in the 4th grade, I believe, in elementary school as Tatum makes it. There's a 3. Jason Tatum sizzles the triple. 72 to 64. Good to see JT able to bury a 3s up to 10 points now. Very slow start for Jason Tatum. Yeah, I believe I was in elementary school. I think the 4th grade, 21 years ago when that happened. Just so sad. I was watching a couple years ago, 48 Hours. 48 Hours on a Saturday night had something about the station nightclub fired. One of my family members, I think it was over on my cousin's side, they knew somebody who passed away in that too. It's just so sad. Kobe White just buried a 3, put this game winning 5. Tatum will be the inbound passer. Lobs it off to Brown. Brown at the low block. Oh, nice pivot. Right past the Sumu at the rim. No good by Brown. Brown, though, the backside got fouled. So 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown. As we see here off the pivot, able to turn right past the Sumu. The Sumu got him from the side. Yeah, good to see the Celtics attacking here and getting to the free throw line. Jaylen Brown, 2 shots. No good. Missed the first one. I mean, you're leaving points off the scoreboard right now. The Celtics are 7 for 11 tonight at the free throw line. Second free throw is good. Yeah, I'm shocked to see Clemson in a lot of brackets are they're projected as either a 4 or a 5 seed, which is very odd. I'd have them back as like at least a, or at most a 6. Probably more so like an 8 or a 9, honestly, for Clemson being in that 8v9 matchup. Is DeRozan down low, slices defender, scores the layup under 7 minutes left to go. White takes the 3 from the corner, buries it. Derek White with a big-time triple trifecta from the perimeter. 76-69. Derek White making his 4th 3 tonight, got 18 spin move, low block, and down low, it's DeRozan who scores past White with a layup. Back and forth we go. Right now with 6.5 left to go in the third. White at the left wing perimeter for Derek, working on Kobe. Baseline dribble by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen drawing a double team. His pass sailed out of bounds at the turnover. And the Celtics haven't been terrible tonight at the turnovers. And right there, just Jaylen Brown just out of control on that pass. Wow, glad to hear that your brother got out of that safely, Jeffrey. Man, that must have been so scary, like, witnessing that. Kobe White into the hands now to Vucevic. Vucevic hands it off to DeRozan. DeRozan down to 8 in the shot clock. Fall away. Off the back from no good. A rebound secured by Tatum. Tatum with 6 minutes left to go in the third. Crosses midcourt. Tatum guarded by Caruso 101. Tatum towards his right, switched guarded by Vucevic. Tatum takes the 3 off the crossover over Vucevic. Too much right there, hunting down a matchup. Offensive rebound. Back to Derek White, though. The pass by Brown. Intercepted by Caruso. Bounce pass ahead of the pack. Huge rejection from behind by Derek White as he comes up with a swat in transition. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's off of Chicago. We got to see this replay right here. I would love to see it. What a pass by Caruso off the bounce pass. One step ahead of the floor was DeRozan. It was actually Jaylen Brown. As we saw the replay, Jaylen and White were together. That is block number 7 tonight by the Celtics. It was Jaylen Brown from behind who denied Ayo Dosunmu on a layup. Five and a half left to go. Holiday on the floor with Porzingis. Tatum off the off fake. Oh, nice spin down low. Able to work on Julian Phillips as he slices him and Drummond and scores the 2. Outside of Phillips. Away from the basketball. We get a foul here as Sam Hauser's about to check in at the scores table right now. Yeah, I was reading up on that. Thanks for the input right there, Jeff. So yeah, those are the things I'm trying to like stay away for all that stuff, and I don't eat those, a lot of that to begin with like the fast food and like anything that's processed. I'm trying to like stay away from it. As Kobe White couldn't finish at the rim, but yeah, I'm gonna see if I can like I have like a good amount of broccoli that I haven't had cauliflower in quite a bit, so that's something that I'm going to see if I can get. Once again, Porzingis backs his way down low, working on Kobe White. Kobe White just picked up the reach and foul, though. So it stops with under 5 left to go. Celtics are now on the bonus. That's the 5th personal foul picked up by Chicago this quarter. So 2 shots by Porzingis. First one's good. Nobody really in major foul trouble right now. 2 personal fouls each between Tatum, Porzingis, and Brown. And then for Chicago, they have 3 each between Caruso and Dosunmu as Porzingis makes them both. 9-point lead under 5 minutes left to go. Celtics trying to stretch out that lead. Dosunmu off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Drummond. Putback chance, no good. And chance to dunk it home by Julian Phillips as he draws a foul. That's the 3rd by Porzingis off a putback dunk chance by Julian Phillips. Yeah, whenever Porzingis is out there, though, just the paint defense right now has been hanging in tough when he's out there. Just changes everything. Down low. 2 free throws at the line. They're going to get Drummond, actually, on the first slam dunk chance. So Phillips came in late on the 3rd. It was actually in the 2nd one by Drummond. So Drummond's the one shooting free throws, and the first one is good. Second shot, bricked off the back rim. Horford tipped out to the corner. Out of bounds. It was off of Vucevic last, and Vuce looking to challenge it. He is signaling challenge, but the Celtics looking to hurry this up and get this inbounded before they take a challenge. And the Celtics are able to get that inbound, so Billy Donovan elects not to challenge it right now. So Boston by 8. 80-72, and also in the bonus, Horford on the floor with Tatum, Cornette, Holiday, and Hauser. Tatum, step back 3 in the air, and he hits it. Jason Tatum sinks it through right over to Sumu with a 3. 83-72, Tatum starting to come alive. He's got 15. Javon Carter, bounce pass off to Drummond. Right now, this is where the Celtics need to keep on stretching out the lead right now because they got Vucevic, Carter, Dosunmu, Phillips, and Drummond. They got a couple bench guys on the floor right now, and that's an interception. Celtics come up with a steal inside the key. Up the floor now to Hauser with some space. Takes the 3. Makes the 3 from downtown in transition. Bang, bang. 86-72. They're up in the lead, and Chicago will burn a timeout. Now the 3s are starting to drop. And they're limiting Vooch to nothing so far in this 3rd quarter as well. Celtics lighting it up. That's the 16th made 3. They are 55% tonight from the perimeter. All right, so timeout on the floor. We're down to 3:48 left to go. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to come on back for future live streams. I'm from Massachusetts, where I'm from, so I'm like an hour south of Boston, just like outside of Providence. Yeah, good question there, Greg, because we're on year 2 now in Missoula. I'd say that he's okay, but like nothing special. It's just the team that he is given has just so much talent with this Celtics team in terms of like previous playoff experience with this group of players, and then all the talent that they have in the world that they're expected to like win the conference championship and be in the NBA finals and take the NBA finals. So much expectations there. Joe Mazzulla as a coach, it all depends on how they play. Like, it looks great whenever Boston makes their threes. Like tonight, like the previous 3-4 minutes, things have looked great for the Celtics. They have flipped a 3-point halftime deficit into a 27-10 third quarter start right now. And a big reason why is because they're finally making their threes. Jason Tatum has found his shots. 15 points by Jason Tatum after just 5 going into halftime. Browns got 21, 18 by White, 15 by Tatum. Porzingis as well has started to turn it up. He's got 11 by Porzingis. Hauser just made the 3. Hauser's up to 8 points off the bench. So it's kind of tough to figure out because Joe Mazzulla's solution is for his team to just keep on shooting as many threes as possible, for the threes to outweigh the 2. And, I mean, you got to have balance on your team in order to win a championship. You can't be jacking up 50, 55, 60 threes in a game or so and expect to win. If that happens, it gets way too predictable. Tonight, they're 16 for 29 from the perimeter tonight. Even like 40, 45 threes per game like that, that's a lot because that's the number that they've been going through this season. It's like 40, 45, 50 usually for threes. And when they've been missing those threes, when they're something like 8 for 48 from the perimeter, well, they're in some serious danger. But tonight they're 16 for 29 right now. So Joe Mazzulla looking really good as a head coach tonight. But in other games where they're having a lot of difficulty, then he's going to be held accountable for that because his solution is to keep on attempting threes when you need to get some interior balance and inside scoring presence on the team. As Chicago scores, we got human dominoes inside the paint right now with players plopping down. Hauser went down hard alongside Drummond, and both of them are slow to get up currently. Hauser might have cut his eye. Let's see here in the replay. Julian Phillips drives on Hauser. That's a bad camera angle. Phillips weased his way around Hauser, and a Drummond collided into Cornette, which... Ooh! The elbow of Cornette got bounced back off of Drummond and landed right into the jaw of... or into the nose area, it looks like, of Hauser. Yeah, Hauser around like the nose, the corner of his eye, around that area. And his face got elbowed by his teammate Cornette, who got knocked down. It was like human dominoes out there. Drummond was trying to box out Cornette, and then Drummond went backwards on Cornette, which Cornette's elbow shot right back into Hauser, which was behind Cornette. So it was a chain reaction there with players toppling over each other. Take a look at this replay. Phillips off the Euro step. Hauser tried to go in for the contest, and then Hauser went in for the block contest, and then his elbow chopped right on the nose of Hauser. Hauser heading right back to the bench. Yeah, he's getting checked out right now. Oh, yeah, he's got a massive, massive scar below his right eye. Upper part of the nose, right next to his right eye, with just a massive, massive, like, bruise right now. Looking purple. Holy smokes. So Hauser is being attended to and might be trying to see if they can clean up the area, if they need stitches or not. But he's got a massive, like, purple spot on that right now from a bruise. Taking a huge whack from Cornette, who tried to contest it. Here we go. Celtics by 12. Back to action. Tatum on the floor with Cornette, Horford, Pritchard, and Holiday. Tatum takes the 3 at the wing over Phillips. Missed off the mark. Tipped right back to Horford, though, for the offensive rebound. Holiday, fastball down low into the hands to Cornette. Outside, they give it off to Tatum once again. Tatum working on Phillips. Tatum, dribble drive down the lane inside. Tatum, down low, over to Cornette. Skies up and throws it down with a right-handed jam. 14-point Celtics lead. Great dump off right there with an assist by JT. DeRozan getting around Tatum, and Tatum here picks up the reach and foul. Oh, that was a beautiful feed. Tatum no-look pass off the Cornette. They showed that on the above the rim cam replay. Tatum now working his way up to 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals tonight for JT as Drummond gets it down low and Drummond scores the bucket. 12-point game once again. Holiday slows down tempo for Boston off the screen set by Cornette. Holiday at the wing shoots the 3 over Phillips, bricked off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Drummond. Chicago will slow it down. 88-77. They have upgraded the previous 2 into a 3, making the score 88-79. 2 minutes left to go. Plus 14 points in the paint tonight for Chicago. 34-20. Celtics cooking from 3. 16 for 31 from the perimeter. As the Bulls deflected out of bounds. Down to 1:50 left to go. Got 70 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks all for joining in, everybody. Make sure to type in the chat here who you guys like tonight in this one, Celtics or Chicago. Type it in. Good to see Hauser's okay. Chicago picked up the foul down the far side, reach again. So the Celtics in the bonus, shooting 2 now with Drew Holiday at the free throw line, and he missed the first one. It's been an uncharacteristic game tonight for Boston at the free throw line, just 10 for 15 right now on free throws. Holiday, 8 points, 6 assists tonight for Drew. Second free throw, it is through. 10-point lead. Yeah, Sam Hauser has to apply an ice pack to his eye area. Looks like it's a little bit purple underneath his eye area where he took an elbow from the face of Luke Cornett a couple minutes ago. DeRozan launches a 3 straight away off the back from no good. Tipped up, the smallest guy on the floor. Came up with a defensive rebound with Peyton Pritchard. Gave it away though, turned it over. DeRozan spin over. Pritchard, kiss off the glass, scores up and in for 2. 89-81, 120 left to go in the third right now. Holiday on the floor alongside Tatum, Cornett, Pritchard, and Horford. Holiday towards his left. Lobs it over to Tatum. Tatum guarded by Kobe White at the right baseline. Tatum. 7 on the shot clock. Tatum backs his way in Kobe. Tatum. Thinking about a turnaround. Tatum, follow away. Tough shot for 2. Oh, he hits it. Jason Tatum knocking it down off the turnaround. Connects on it over Kobe White. 91-81. 50 seconds left to go in the third. DeRozan backs his way to the elbow. Bounce pass top of the key. Caruso up fake. Dribbles up. The pass deflected. Intercepted by Holiday. Celtics with numbers up the floor. 5-on-4 transition. Lob over the top. Tatum finds Cornett wide open. Throws it down with a two-handed flush. Alley-oop jam there by Luke Cornett to put themselves up, winning 12. And the Bulls once again turned it over. Back-to-back turnovers by Chicago. The Celtics slow it down. 6-second differential, shot clock and game clock to close out the third quarter. 16 for 31 from the perimeter by Boston. Tatum dribbles up to the left wing. Tatum working on Caruso 101. 7 in the shot clock. Tatum crossover. Tatum step back 3 in the air. Money. Jason Tatum sticks it. The top of the key, JT. 96-81. It's a 15-point lead in the final 5 seconds of the third. Nasty step back jumper. Kobe White right before the buzzer drills it. 96-83. 3/4 court shot by Peyton Pritchard. Oh, that was close. Skidded off the front rim. We close out at the end of the third. The Boston Celtics on the 37-21 third quarter advantage. Close out the end of 3 up by 13. Jason Tatum putting in work. 15 points in the third by Tatum after just 5. Going into halftime, JT is up to 20 right now. On a team high, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals tonight for Tatum. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Appreciate you guys for joining and being a part here on the channel tonight for this one. Celtics put in 4 guys in double figures. 21 by Jaylen Brown, 20 by Tatum, 18 by White, 11 by Porzingis. It's been a hot hand each quarter tonight. The first quarter was Derek White. He had 12 in the first quarter. Jaylen Brown had a massive second quarter. Now Jason Tatum's going off in the third. Watch out for Porzingis when it comes down to the fourth. And Drew Holiday's right behind. He's got 9. Just such a good starting 5. 17 for 33 from the perimeter for Boston. They're making their threes, and when they shoot the ball above 40% from the perimeter, they barely lose. Tonight's one of those games right now. They average 16 made threes per game. They already got 17 through the first 3 quarters. This is looking like a bad sign for Chicago. Chicago lucky in this game to be like hanging in at least by 13 instead of being crushed by like 25 or 30 right now, because they get the points in the paint total tonight, 36-22. But when you allow 17 threes through 3 quarters against Boston, then it's going to be very tough to pick up a victory for the opposing team tonight. Right now, it's getting tougher there for the Bulls. Quick update in the NBA scoreboard. A couple of games have gone final recently. Magic beat the Cavs 116-109. So if the Celtics win this game tonight, the Celtics will be 7 games ahead of Cleveland. Cleveland right now is the number 2 team in the Eastern Conference at the moment. Milwaukee is 8.5 games behind Boston at 35-21. Doc Rivers is 3-7 in his first 10 games as a head coach for the Bucks. Cleveland, the number 2 team at 36-17 in the East. The Celtics, top team in the NBA, 4 games ahead of Minnesota. Record of 43-12. Back to action. Boston fires a jumper. Jaylen Brown got a quick whistle here. It's going to be an offensive foul, pushing off by Brown. Turnover committed by the Celtics. And that's on Horford, actually. Referees roll it on Horford. 13-point game. Celtics had a 37-21 third quarter box score advantage. DeRozan at the free throw circle takes the jumper, 15-footer around and out, no good in the first tip in. The second tip in, gutted to go by Drummond for 2. 11-point game. Derek White on the floor alongside Brown, Cornette, Horford, and Pritchard. Hand off to White. White the hot hand with 12 in the first quarter. Skip pass right corner. Pritchard with a 3. Rattles in. Trifecta from the perimeter by Peyton Pritchard. 18th made 3 tonight. Shooting above 50% from the perimeter. 18 for 34 from the outside for the Celtics offense. Kobe White. Bounce pass over to the wing into the hands to Dosunmu. Slides it over to the top of the key. That's into the hands of Caruso. Dribbles out to the corner. Fires a 3. Sticks it. 99-88, hanging in down by 11 for the Bulls right now. It's Derek White sends it off to Pritchard at the elbow into the hands to Cornette. Cornette hands it off to Derek White. Derek outside finds Pritchard, jacks up the 3, nothing but net through the shoot, baby. Peyton Pritchard off the bench, back-to-back triples. Zach LaVine's not playing tonight. He is injured. Yeah, I believe it's season-ending for Zach LaVine. It's going to be a while before he comes back. For him, he had been dealing on and off due to injury, and then he got shut down, I think like a week or so before the All-Star break as DeRozan connects on a deep 2 jumper. 102-90, so yeah, they're missing Zach LaVine. Patrick Williams also not in the lineup tonight either for Chicago. Derek White jacks down another triple. 105-90, the threes keep on dropping. That is now 3 in a row for Boston from the perimeter. And the Bulls turn it over. DeRozan furious about the call there by the officials as he got called in the turnover, and the Celtics by 15 with a chance to add to it. Boston, quarter 3, quick up the floor. Horford around it out, shoved in though with a left-handed put back by Luke Cornette. Doing the ditzy-datsy move down the floor right there with a dance up the court. 9.5 left to go. The Bulls down by 17. White. No good off the rim by Kobe. Tipped up to the corner. Knocked on the bounds. Last touch by Chicago. Everything going for the Celtics' favor here. Boston outscoring the Bulls 50-28 in the second half. Celtics with a possession. Derek White slows it down. Edge of the midcourt logo. Derek dribbles up. Top of the key. Takes the 3 off the back rim. No good. Holy smokes. It's Luke Cornette flying in with a 2-handed putback jam. And a timeout taken by Chicago. Early exclamation point on this one. Luke Cornette back-to-back throwdowns off the cleanup. 109-90. Quality minutes by everybody tonight on the floor for the Celtics post All-Star break. 19-point lead. 9:15 left to go before they make it 7 straight. Luke Cornett in double figures, 4 players double-digit scoring for the Celtics. 21 by Derek White, 21 by Jaylen Brown, 20 by Tatum, 10 off the bench by Cornett. Right behind, you got 3 other players who could potentially get the double digits tonight. 9 by Holiday, 9 by Pritchard, 8 by Hauser. That would be 7 players in double figures if they're able to get there before it's over. The bench impact tonight's been excellent. They haven't missed too many shots from the bench. Cornett's a perfect 5 for 5, just receiving lobs. Chicago's defense having difficulty a couple times getting back in transition and boxing out. 10 by Cornett, 9 by Pritchard on 3 for 6 from 3, 8 by Hauser today, and a perfect 3 for 3 from the perimeter. Actually, it will be 6 most likely because Hauser had the injury to his eye that he got elbowed by Cornett in that third quarter. So they would most likely, the case will be putting 6 players at the end of this one in double figures for Boston. What a game. Celtics just look like a force right now. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. So right now we're just on the timeout, about to get back to action for the final 9:15 left to go tonight. Let's see here. Al Horford missed the 3 from the corner, but the cleanup crew with Luke Cornett shoved it in with a left-handed flush. The turning point of the game, doing his dance up the floor right afterwards, and then Cornett on the last play as well. Derek White took the 3, bricked off the back of Cornett there, able to clean it up as the Bulls forgot to box him out. So back-to-back slams by Cornett. And we had a technical assist to Chicago during the timeout. And Derek White heads to the free throw line, makes the technical free throw. And DeMar DeRozan, guilty party, called in a technical foul during the timeout. And he's been frustrated all game long. Jumper at the elbow. DeRozan drills it. 110-92 right now as DeRozan works his way up to 19. It's Vucevic who leads the team with 20, alongside 13 rebounds. DeRozan, 7 for 17 shooting. Derek White with a jumper, count it, +1 at the free throw line. Right back at you as he gets Kobe White to bite. Going up in the shooting motion. White, so strong going up, absorbs that contact and the motion plus the foul. Chicago's just letting this game get it away from them. The Bulls are the perfect example of average, so-so. Free throw is good by Derek White. They're going to be 4 games below 500. Did nothing at the trade deadline. I mean, this Chicago team 2 years ago, they were the #1 team heading into the All-Star break in 2021, and then they completely fell off the cliff all the way. So they dropped back to the 6th seed, lost against the Bucks in the 3-6 matchup. The 2021 playoffs as the 3 goes down by Kobe White from the perimeter. But they basically ran it back with the same group each and every season now. This has been like the 3rd straight season in a row that they've ran it back and just they've been dwindling back, like final spot in the play-in. And couldn't make it into the play-in, into the postseason last year. Lost against the Heat in that 8-game play-in game. 8 minutes left to go. 18-point Celtics lead, and that will go out of bounds as Chicago, just horrible pass right there, turns it over. DeSumo missed the mark of the pass. Yeah, that's a big question for a lot of teams coming in. Like, the question is, can you consistently play the full 48 with the Celtics? And we're seeing this tonight that Chicago cannot. They got a lot of older guys on their team for some of the veteran players, but also younger guys on the team as well. So they got a mix. They don't really have any like solid middle core. It's just super young or older vets on the team that they have, and it's just, I don't know if it's really hasn't been able to gel for them. A couple made buckets recently as the Celtics bury down another three. They just made their 21st three of the game. Outside, Brown elevates for the J, takes it off the back rim, no good. Tipped up, and Kobe White comes out with a defensive rebound. 7:15 left to go. Kobe on top off the Vucevic. Dribbles up, backs his way, and Porzingis. Vucevic, hook shot inside the key, rolled around the rim and out. Jaylen Brown comes out with a defensive rebound. Jaylen on the floor with Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, Peyton Pritchard, and Al Horford. Jaylen backs his way to the elbow. Jaylen inside the key, floats the pass outside. Porzingis tries a three, no good off the back rim. Brown in the battle for the rebound. It was Kobe White who came down with it. Dosunmu up the floor, quick three, no good, and rebound right back to the offense with Dosunmu. Dosunmu inside the low post, kick out, baseline, jumper, deep two, Vucevic sinks it. 116-99, timeout on the floor for the Bulls. 6:34 left to go. The Celtics run it away with this one. Just not really any sort of fluid game plan here in the second half for Chicago. They put 5 guys into double figures, or they got 6 players in double digits tonight, but still, I mean, not really much of a game plan when it came down to containing the Celtics with their perimeter shooting. 21 made threes by Boston, shooting 54% from the perimeter right now in this game. The entire starting 5 made multi-threes. Everybody who has made a 3, there's 7 players who have made at least 2 threes tonight. Tatum, 4 for 8 from the perimeter. Porzingis, 2 for 6. Holiday, 2 for 3. White, 5 for 9. Brown, 3 for 5. Hauser, perfect, 2 for 2. Pritchard, 3 for 6. Just so much balance when this comes down to the outside scoring threat. And you gotta be able to defend the perimeter. And tonight was, once again, not the case for the Bulls in this game. Couldn't defend the perimeter shots. Derek White, 5 for 9 from the outside. 25 points, leads all scores in tonight's game for DW. Right behind, Jaylen Brown's got 21. Tatum's got 20. Alright, so 6:34 left to go as we're about to get back to action here. This game got really interesting. Celtics led by 16 at one point in the first half, and then Chicago came back. Chicago led by 3 at halftime, and the Celtics after that have outscored the Bulls 59-37 in the second half to lead. Right now, 116-99. 6.5 left to go as we come back from the timeouts. Celtics with possession. Porzingis, Tatum, White, Brown, and Pritchard. The 5 on the floor. White turns the corner, floats up the teardrop, gets it to go, and one. Derek White gonna shoot at the free throw line, and one upcoming. Great job, able to just turn the corner, drive, and Kobe White float up the runner and got the bucket. Just a lot of good concentration that went along with that for Derek White, and right on point. fifth game in NBA history that a team has had at least 23-point shots made, 10 blocks, and 10 steals. The last was Golden State at Memphis on January 15th. Insane game tonight for the Celtics here. Free throw is good by Derek White. 3-point play complete. He's got 28 right now. Celtics lead by 20. 6:15 left to go. Celtics making 21 threes. They recorded 10 blocks and 10 steals. Also 24 assists tonight. Derek White had 3 blocks in the first quarter. I'll take the Warriors tonight in that game. Golden State, before the All-Star break, have been playing much better recently. White receives it outside off to Tatum. Tatum takes the 3, right down the chute, delivers. Jason Tatum cans the triple. 122 to 101. Chicago had just scored previous to that. Tatum's got 23 off the catch. Vucevic misfire, tip in. Good for 2 for Dalen Terry. Yes, Miami's having a disappointing season for them. Celtics will burn some clock right now, and they're 5.5 left to go. Yeah, it's going to be time for Larinaga to retire for him. Yeah, he's up in age as head coach. I think Leonard Hamilton, he doesn't look his age. I believe he's 80 years old or even 81. But he's in his 80s for Leonard Hamilton for Florida State, and he's still coaching right now, which is kind of shocking because they've been struggling for a couple seasons now, recently. But he definitely does not look like it for Hamilton at all. Porzingis has it now at the elbow, guarded by Vucevic. Here's a 3 taken, no good off the mark, and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Boston. I misquote that. He's actually 75 for Hamilton. Yeah, I thought I read he was like 80. And then it's like, yeah, it's kind of too old, but he is 75. So Leonard Hamilton right now is 75. I think I was 5 years behind because when I looked at it last year, he was 74. Yeah. So he's 75 right now. My clock's a little bit ahead of Vucevic. Down low, no good. Missed the layup. Just couldn't finish at the rim. Right there, just an uncharacteristic miss by Vooch. Celtics will slow it down. 4:20 left remaining right now. Siegel, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Excellent game by Boston, especially in the second half. They were actually trailing by 3 at halftime at one point. Going into the half, down in this game. Jumper misfire, no good by Porzingis. 4 minutes left to go. 17-point advantage for the Celtics. The 3 has been a big difference maker in this one. 22 made threes at 52% shooting from the perimeter. Vooch missed the right-handed hook shot. He's been high usage today in this game. 10 for 19 shooting, 22 points, 14 rebounds. Just not really much balance for the Chicago Bulls squad. 19 attempts by Vucevic. 17 by DeRozan, 16 by White, 13 by DeSumo, 5 by Caruso today in this game. Hey, thanks so much, Jeff. Really appreciate it, man. Tatum going downhill at the rim and gets contacted from the backside by Caruso, gets fouled. So Tatum here will shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line as we're down to 3:35 left. Tatum got off to a really slow start. Just 5 points going into half. Just knocked down the first free throw, so he's up to 24 right now. Did some serious damage, though, in the third quarter. Finally started to get his stroke going on for JT, and yeah, the rest was history. This team just cooked in the third quarter and beyond. It was a hot hand leading each of the first 3 quarters tonight. Derek White got the party going on, 12 points in the first. Jaylen Brown took off in the second. And then Tatum had a massive 15-point third quarter. Missed 3 from the top for Chicago. Holiday bounce pass over to Brown. Brown has it now at the elbow. Backs his way in. Kobe White draws a double team outside. Tatum's open. Tatum dribble drive down the lane inside. His pass deflected out of bounds by Caruso. Should have just laid it up and in. He saw an opening right there, but decided to make the shovel pass underneath off to Holiday. There'll be 7 seconds on the shot clock. Tatum inbound. Porzingis shoots the three. Comes up short. Hasn't been his game from three, but maybe in the next game he'll find his stroke. If he was, this will be just a nightmare game. This would be like the last one that the Celtics cooked Brooklyn by 50. Right now, Porzingis is just 2 for 9 from the perimeter tonight. Missed 3 at the wing by the Bulls. Yeah, Theo Epstein, I believe it was a couple weeks ago that I heard he was back with the Red Sox as Derek White took the jumper, missed off the back rim, no good by White. DeRozan collects the rebound. This has turned out to be like a three-point shooting contest lately. Derek White comes up with a block. It's not going to be clean, though, as he knocked down, that was Kobe White. Now Kobe White will head to the line, shoot 2. Referees call it a shooting foul picked up by Derek White. That looked pretty clean. That looked pretty clean right there off the drive. The Celtics Celtics up by 19. I mean, they're not going to challenge it right now. 2.5 left to go. This game's been well on the balance currently. First free throw is good. Before I sign off tonight, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining in, being a part in the stream. If you guys would like to come on back for the next stream, feel free to do so. That will be on Saturday night. Celtics on the road taking on the Knicks at 8:30 p.m. in prime time on Saturday. Here we go. Number 26 checking in for his first time in his career as a Boston Celtic. It is Xavier Tillman, who checks onto the floor for the first time tonight. Second free throw by Kobe White, right down the middle. Looking forward to see what he could offer in the future for this team. Tillman acquired a day prior to the end of the trade deadline from the Memphis Grizzlies. Derek White sends it on top over to Xavier Tillman. Tillman into the hands now to Tatum. Tatum at the top, shoots the three straight away, comes up short. Tillman couldn't squeeze it, battle for the rebound, loose ball, and Porzingis trying to force the tie-up here. Chicago able to get a timeout in time. The Bulls recovered it. Porzingis tried to force the tie-up, but couldn't tie it up in time as Chicago has to burn the timeout. 2:14 left to go. 17-point advantage for the Celtics. They'll pick up win number 44. It's going to be their 7th straight win as well. All right, a lot of games going final tonight, so I'm going to get you guys caught up with the NBA scoreboard. This is what we got. Magic winner. The Magic won against the Cavs tonight, 116-109. So with the Celtics win tonight, this will put the Celtics 7 games ahead of Cleveland. And then behind Cleveland is Milwaukee, which is 8.5 games behind Boston. Pacers beat the Pistons tonight, 129-115. The Knicks, winners over the Sixers, 110-96. Raptors with a big win against the Nets, 121-93. Mavs won against the Suns tonight, 123-113. Both of those teams identical records at 33-23. Mavs getting onto a little bit of run recently. Thunder crushed the Clippers tonight, 129-107. SGA with 31 points. Big game between Luka and Booker. Luka had 41 points, almost a triple-double, 41, 9, and 11 for points, rebounds, and assists tonight for Dallas. Devin Booker dropped down 35 points. Tyrese Maxey had 35 for Philly. Cade Cunningham had 30 for Detroit. Those are some of the top performers from tonight's game. Tonight's games going on. Pelicans looking good, crushing the Rockets tonight, 113-102. Nuggets jumping all over the Wizards, 72-49. Jokic already with 10 points, 14 rebounds at halftime, and also 9 assists inside a low post. Xavier Tillman gets the bucket with a left-handed layup. First 2 points is a Celtic for Tillman. The drive down low, no good. Missed the layup, but will draw the foul. And this will send number 25, Dalen Terry, to the free throw line. I actually haven't, Harry. Would definitely love to go, just haven't had the opportunity yet to get up to the TD Garden. 2 shots at the free throw line here for Dalen Terry. First one missed. Second free throw is good. 16-point game, final minute and a half left to go. The Celtics will look forward to taking on the Knicks in the next one at 8:30 p.m. That's going to be much bigger stakes in that game at MSG New York. Number 4 placed team in the Eastern Conference. 10 games behind Boston in the standings. Tillman, kick out to the corner. The 3 taken off the mark, no good. Missed by number 44, out of bounds. That is also one of the new key players to the team for the Celtics as well, with Jaden Springer from Philadelphia. So both of them healthy the first time this season for those two, between Tillman and Springer tonight, getting their first look at action as a Celtic. Skip past corner, misfired on the 3 for the Bulls down to the final minute. Yeah, thanks so much, Charlize. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining back in, and enjoy the rest of your night. Mikhailic, sidestep to the right, takes the 3, he sinks it. Savi Mikhailic on the board, launching a triple from downtown. That's the 23rd made 3 in the night for Boston. Good night in this game as the Celtics picked up their 11th block. 23 made 3s, 49% from the perimeter. 10 steals, 11 blocks, just a clinic. In the first game back from the All-Star break, the Celtics will make it 7 straight victories in a row. The top team in the NBA, just cooking at the right time. 2 months away from the start of the playoffs. Just big time. Just total team victory. And they were trailing by 3, believe it or not, at halftime. They put in a 20-point swing in this game, trailing by 3 to a win by 17, and they outscored the Bulls 60. And that's 70 to 50. Yeah, that's 70 to 50 in the second half. 39 and 30, or 37 and 33 they put up in the third and the fourth quarter. The Celtics win this one, 129 to 120, or 129 to 112. The final score. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, being a part in the stream for this game. The Celtics flipped a 3-point deficit into a dub tonight on the road, starting off the All-Star break. Win number 44 on the season for the Boston Celtics. Thanks for joining in. If you guys are new, smash the thumbs up before I go. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Derek White, sensational tonight. He had 28 points for Derek White on 9 for 14 shooting, 5 for 10 from the perimeter. He was perfect at the free throw line as well, 5 for 5 with 5 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Just an excellent game by White. He had 3 blocks all in the first quarter. Really set the tone early on, 12 points in a 10-minute clip in the first quarter. And Jaylen Brown came in strong in the second quarter. Jason Tatum had a massive third quarter with 15 points after scoring just 5 at halftime. Tatum got up to 25 points in the game on 5 for 10 from the perimeter. 21 by Jaylen Brown, as the damage was done with 20 of those points going into half. 14 by Porzingis with 3 blocks. Off the bench, 10 points by Luke Cornett, as he shot 5 for 6 on just a lob threat at the rim tonight by Cornett. A couple times in transition behind the defense. Threw it down with authority. All around excellent game tonight for the Celtics as they take the victory. And thanks all for being a part here on the stream for this one. Celtics win 129-112. We'll wrap up to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Warren, Rajeep, I Am Ghost, Russell, John, Mark Kelly, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, Greedo, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, and Melinda. Thanks all for joining in and being a part of the stream for this one tonight. The Celtics pick up the victory by 17, 129-112. The final score. The Celtics improved to a league's best 44-12 record, and they now pick up their 22nd victory against a team below a 500 record. Now 22-1 against teams 500 or below. The Bulls dropped to 26-30 on the season. Thanks for joining in. Enjoy the rest of the night. And the Celtics sweep. They are able to flip a 3-point deficit into a 17-point lead for this one. Boston wins 129-112. See you guys in the next one.